This video is made for adult collectors because he humps Megan Fox's what was with that sequence?
Say my name, say my name.
Nope, I'm not doing a transition intro to that. Nope, screw that. No. Pain.
Can you stop?
This toy is so strange, man. And so is my voice, apparently. It sounds a little bit weird because I was sick. I'm not anymore, but like my voice is just still recovering, so sorry. First off, this is like the only good transforming wheelie that isn't like 4 steps, unless you count that Dr. Pooh one, but I've never messed with that, so it seems unfair to compare the two. This wheelie is definitely one of the toys of all time. It's so strange. I'm starting in truck mode because going from truck to robot is much easier than going from robot to truck, but this is a nice ass truck. It's a little RC style monster truck looking thing, and my only design complaint is that I wish this guy had his antenna, so it looked a bit more like an RC car. But other than that, I think this is great. Yeah, you can kind of see its fingers underneath, but I like to pretend those are like the frame or the suspension or the anti-roll bars and stuff like that. So it looks like that to me, and I think it works. I also very much adore how they did the double grill / grill guard thing on the front, the little lights at the top, and the actual truck bed. Granted, Wheelie is just staring at you with his face all smushed going, "Someone get me a sandwich." Or something, I don't know, I'm hungry, I want food. But you can store stuff in there, which is neat. It does work as a truck bed. And those massive tires, he rolls friggin' well, especially on a softer surface. What's also cool about this guy is that he's a deluxe. He looks like a scout right now because of how friggin' well he compacts, but yeah, he's a deluxe. Now, let's make him taller. Oh, and he can pooth, so automatically 10 out of 10.
Wheelie's transformation is probably one of my 2 biggest complaints with this guy because he's extremely difficult to figure out. I didn't have one of these when it came up, but my friend did. And both of us, we couldn't figure it out, like at all. The instructions didn't help. We couldn't figure this out when we were little. I can do it now, obviously. I mean, I wouldn't be making the video if I couldn't. But it is kind of difficult. So to start with, there is a very specific order of operations this guy needs to work. But I don't know what that is because I never had the instructions. I sort of figured it out myself. So this is how I do it. It's not perfect, but it gets him in robot mode. So you take the head out first. Just going to transform it there. And then we want to bring these out like so. And then just untab all this and flare everything out. And get all that out of the way. Now, these front sections here, that happens a lot. So this joint right here is blocked by the doors, but you have to split it up a little bit. And when you do that, sometimes you pull the whole leg off. We're gonna bring the head all the way up. Now we're gonna fold this all the way in, which will then allow us to raise this up, I think, sort of. Something is stuck. I don't know what's stuck. Something is stuck. Something in my... What is stuck? I gotta take off camera. And for some reason, this just did not want to unpeg. You just pull it up. And there it is. Now, as you can see, he is getting longer. So we're going to open these doors up. We're going to shift the hips up. We're going to put the leg back on. And then shift the hips up like so. You can rotate the grills if you want. I'm going to put them on like a little angle there. You then fold this flat. Open up the chest. Just sort of compress it all. Get the head down and in. Then you want to fold out the toes. So you got the middle toe and then a small toe, Malto, Earthspark. Earthspark reference. And there you have, you can't see that. There you have Wheelie. He looks like an idiot.
And oh my good God, this is where things get weird. Look at this idiot. Look at him. Is he stupid or what? Nothing tabs together. Everything feels finicky, and he feels a tiny bit fragile because everything's so thin, but at least the level of detail is on point. I like how greebled his arms are in the face, while an ugly ass face is pretty damn good. You can even articulate the eyes and convey like expression, which is really nice. His feet being, well, that does mean that he has some trouble standing up in poses, but it's not as bad as some of the side swipes I've gotten in recent memory. I do like how his shoulders end up being the wheels, though, as I said, nothing actually tabs in, so they start to move on their own and fall apart and pain. Oh, and it's worth noting that yes, he scales with nothing, so if you are a scale nut, then you're gonna hate this. You're going to want either the Studio Series, which probably scales better even though it's still too big, or the Doctor Wu one, which is still too big. He does have a gimmick that's pretty neat though. Spin this clear part on his chest and he can change the faction symbol. That's cool. I use the Autobot one, but like it's the fact that you can pick is very nice. I kind of wish Jetfire had that as well because he switched sides in the movie. Spoiler alert for a movie that came out in 2009.
All right, Wheelie's articulation is also like an idiot. So his head can't rotate at all. It's on a triple hinge sort of thing. So it can look up and down, but there's no side to side motion. The eyes can express, which is quite cool actually. I dig that a lot. I know I don't sound like I dig it a lot, and that's because my voice sounds like ass. But you know, the shoulders are on ball joints though, and these move down. Though these do kind of like, they don't peg into anything, so you move the shoulders around and oh god, the whole thing starts coming apart. You have a bicep swivel of sorts. It's above the elbow, but it doesn't achieve what a bicep swivel would normally achieve because of where it's positioned. You got elbow bend, thumb and individual finger articulation, although he cannot flip the bird because he's only got 3 fingers. Nothing at the waist, obviously. There's nothing at the waist there. Hips can go forward that far, they can go back that far, in and out. You got a little bit of like rotation just on the ball joint itself. He does have the chicken leg, but none of this pegs in at all, and so trying to pose him around is a bit annoying. And then there's this one problem I have with this guy. So you constantly want to pick a figure up like this, right? But there's this bit that sticks out for some reason. When you do that, his head just flies back. So it's like, oh, I want to pick Wheelie up. Now he's looking at the sky. It's a bit strange. He's just a strange toy. I don't understand this toy fully. Like, it's just weird. And then you can't really get him into a pose because A, he doesn't do anything dynamic in the film other than hump Megan Fox's leg.
Say my name, say my name.
And B, his feet look like this. So stability is like, oh my god. Let's get him in a pose. Oh, come on. There he goes. It's not the most stable thing in the world because his heels go this way. Who did that? Come on, no. Heels do not bend in the direction they're supposed to be providing stability for. Bend them the other way. But yeah, he's just weird. He's weird. Like, he's weird.
So Wheelie, he probably isn't getting a new toy like ever because everything is scale based now, and the only one we got that was that thing with Shockwave. Like I said, the Doctor Wu one does exist, and man, does it look nice. But for official Hasbro stuff, if you don't want to go the third party route, it's just this guy, and like 10 is the most I'd probably pay for this used because that's how much I paid for it. But that's my look at Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe Class Wheelie. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.